Hello and welcome YouTubers to my first ever commentary. In this video I'll be going over a PvE Shadow Priest spec with glyphs, talents, stats and a little rotation at the end. To start with, here is the stats. In Mists of Pandaria, the haste soft cap is now 8085 haste rating, which is 24.97%. At the moment there's two haste caps, but they're right next to each other. You get an extra tick of Devouring Plague at 24.92%, and you also get an extra tick of Shadow Word Pain at 24.97%. Hit chance. Hit chance has now been reduced to 15%, whereas in Cataclysm it was 17%. That is your main priority to get your spell hit capped really. Then haste. Next, you want to be getting your crit chance up once you're haste capped. Crit chance not just gives you crits now, but also every time you crit with your Shadow Word Pain, you have a chance to summon a shadowy apparition. Shadow apparitions have a 100% chance of spawning when you crit with your Shadow Word Pain. You can only have 3 up at one time, though, so that's a bit of a downfall that there's only 3. Mastery is now actually a Shadow Priest's worst stat, except for dodge and all that, but Mastery now actually only does double the damage. It has a 23%, well mine has a 23%, whatever yours is, it has that percentage of a chance to double your dot damage. Not Mind Spike or Mind Blast, only dots, so it is not actually that good. Next I will be going over the talents. The first two is more of a option really. It's either Void Tendrils or Scyfiend, or you could use Body and Soul or Angelical Feathers. I use Void Tendrils for most fights because I use it quite a lot on Will of the Emperor on the Mongushan vaults. Oh dear. Yes, because that actually roots the players, and they automatically stop attacking anyone in the raid and attack my tendrils, which also slow them down so we can kill them a lot faster. I use Angelical Feather because it's actually a faster way of getting around than Body and Soul. So if say for example you wipe, the run is quite far, so you want feathers rather than a run at a speed every 15 seconds. Next one is a must-have from Darkness Comes Light. Darkness Comes Light has a 15% chance with your Vampiric Touch to give you a instant mind spike that doesn't consume your damage over time effects. So every time you get like, I'll put a dot on this mod now, on the dummy, and mind spike it, my dots go. And then, but if you get it to proc, it will be glowing green or yellow. Then you can press it and it will not get rid of your dots. Every time that happens, it deals 50% extra damage and costs no mana, which is a lot better, and it's an instant cast. Next I use Angelical Bulwark. This is better because when you drop below 30% health, you gain a shield that gives you 20% health really. Doesn't heal you up, but just absorbs, and it can occur only over 90 seconds every time. Next one is Divine Insight. That's another must-have. Every time you have Shadow Word Pain up, you have a 5% chance to reset the cooldown of your Mind Blast and make it instant, and also cost no mana. It's up for 12 seconds, so you still have 12 seconds to cast it in, but it's best to get it in straight away, because now as a Shadow Priest in Mists of Pandaria, it's all about getting your Shadow Orbs as fast as possible. Halo is another one I love that they've brought in. It does major damage to most people around you. For example, now I'm going to show you. Just a quick go at it. I did 91k DPS off that, and I got a 525,000 damage done just with one click of a button in an AoE situation. It normally, on a solo target, does about 110k, depending on your amount of spell power you have, as spell power is damage. Halo also actually heals all allies for quite a bit of health as well, actually. About 60k, can do about 140k crit to all members within 25 yards. Next here is the glyphs. Glyphs I like to use is Glyph and Mind Spike, because if I only use Mind Spike when I get the procs off from Darkness Comes Light, but every time I use it, it also reduces cooldown of my next Mind Blast by 50%. So I could, if I get, say, 2 Mind Spikes proc, I get an instant Mind Blast, which is really good. Next I use the Glyph of Dark Binding. I use this because really I can stay in shadow form and not lose as much DPS while I can self-heal as well. Whereas if I had to other way, I'd heal, but I'd come out of shadow form and then I've got to click back in it, so on. This one, just ignore that, that shouldn't be there, but every time I try to do it I've got a reload add-on thing that's not working. So the one I use is between two. I either use Glyph of Vampiric Embrace, which makes your Vampiric Embrace heal for 100% whatever damage you do, but it reduces it to 5 seconds only. So it's best to do it when you've got a big burst coming, so you heal the raid for insane amount of heals really. The other one I sometimes use is Glyph and Mind Flay. Glyph and Mind Flay, instead of getting rid of your slowing your target that you're attacking, you end up getting a 15% increase. It stacks up to 3 times, so you can get a 45% increase on speed for 5 seconds, which can help a lot if you're trying to get a fast getaway. Now I'm just going to quickly go over a fast rotation. To start with, as I've said, you need to get your 3 orbs straight away. So you start with dotting up and getting your Devouring Plague. After you've got your Devouring Plague, you pop your Shadow Fiends and all your bursts straight away. As you can see already, I've got an instant Mind Blast, which gives me a Devouring Plague and also a Mind Spike there. So then in comes the begin to heavy damage, really. As you can see, there's another one, and also it reduces cast time as well, so my next Mind Blast is going to be quite a fast cast. And I'm already one more orb off getting another Shadow Orb. Like another Devouring Plague, sorry. You only ever use Devouring Plague, by the way, when you do have 3 orbs. If not, it's a waste of time. It doesn't do that much damage at all. Anyway, thank you for watching this video. I will be uploading more shortly. Please comment, like and subscribe for more.